The referee comes from Belgium, Alex Ponnet. Such a grand theatre of football, the Bernabeu Stadium in Madrid. And football's charm is that sometimes miracles do happen. And just for the record, Real were beaten here by 4 goals last month by Atletico Madrid in a league match. So the Hungarians hoping for some show of complacency, but the home club committed to matching the carnival atmosphere on the terraces with a performance on the pitch. It hardly needs to be said that Real Madrid are in all white. And here's Santillana, the captain, and a second time. San Jose. Chendo making the run from deep, and he's got away from Novat and Distel, Laszlo Distel that is, the younger of the two brothers. The other is the goalkeeper Peta. Chendo had covered some ground. And if anything, the fact that Real Madrid have more than one hand on the UEFA Cup has heightened, not lowered, the atmosphere here. Novat. The control from Bucha. Gallego's tackle. And the tall figure of Michel. Butragueño taking over. The back heel from Santillana. The pitch is a bowling green. It's absolutely perfect. Burcha. And Maier, very anxious to be busy from the start, having sat out the first leg of the final through injury. Varas with the attempted crossfield pass. Real Madrid very much the pioneers of this type of competition, more than any other club. They helped the European scene to develop with those 5 successive European Cup victories from 1956 to 1960, in the days when Di Stefano and company reigned supreme. Valdano with a useful header, aimed towards Butragueño, finished second highest scorer in the Spanish First Division, behind the Mexican Hugo Sanchez, and Steve Archibald was third with Barcelona. Archibald with 15, and Valdano, whom we just saw there, had 17 league goals. Ollie Stilica, the free defender. San Jose was knocked to the ground by Varas. Stilica's future remains in some doubt. He wants a 2-year contract, and it looks as though Real will only offer him 1, in which case Stilica might be on the move. Michel. Santillana turns. It beat the goalkeeper. Santillana's revival has come since the sacking of the Real coach Amancio after the 2-0 defeat to Inter Milan in the first leg of the semi-final. And that revival has now included a return to the Spanish squad to play in Dublin this coming weekend. Sanchez. Distel down to his left. to field a header that didn't come quite as powerfully as the goalkeeper might have expected. Burcha. Veig. Burcha again. Three waiting for the cross from Veig, and Meyer is one, and that was a chance. With only 5 minutes gone for Lajos Meyer. And some evidence there of adventure from Videoton, and a suggestion that although Real are such strong favourites here, that the makers of souvenirs have already printed their pennants and hats with Real as champions on them, that Videoton will not go down lightly. Butragueño's pass, which Valdano set off in pursuit. Varas. Sanchez came in with a foot raised on Sobo. And a cleaner challenge this time from Manuel Sanchez, taken up by Gallego. Butragueño, Michel to his left. The 1-2 with Valdano, and there was some holding surely by Veig. It's put in by Santillana. But maybe the referee has given the penalty. Butragueño was held. And the whistle had already gone before Santillana put the loose ball in the net. This was the incident. The 1-2. And Butragueño pulled back. A penalty for Real. And saved from Valdano by Distel, who's swamped in congratulations. It was a tame effort by the Argentine, and not the most convincing of saves, but it was effective enough. And a splendid effort from a full 35 yards by San Jose. So an eventful start to a match that many had written off as no contest after the first leg. And the penalty miss will perhaps act as an extra incentive for Videoton, who are, as I was saying at the outset, somewhat rankled by the criticism that they received after the first leg. And here's Distel, this factory team from Székesfehérvár, southwest of Budapest, have only a small first-team squad. Chendo, Santillana and Valdano in the middle, Butragueño, Gallego. The intricate build-up on the edge of the Videoton area again, with Butragueño to the fore. Vadas. John Grady, who played against England in the NEP Stadium in Budapest back in 1983. Sobo, the player, fouled. And Gallego hadn't retreated the full distance as John Grady tried to take a quick free kick. Meyer. Gallego in the way. Only Valdano ahead of him. and it's run out of play. The last 3 European finals that Real reached, they were stopped at the last hurdle by British clubs. Chelsea in the Cup Winners' Cup in '71, Liverpool in the Champions' Cup in '81, and then Aberdeen in the Cup Winners' Cup again 2 years ago. Free kick given against Chendo, who came through Novat. Alex Ponnet, who has a reputation in Belgium as something of a film star lookalike, with his resemblance to Paul Newman, something that I'm sure he appreciates hearing about. Vodas, San Jose was there first for Real. Stilica's little ball for Michel. Butragueño, and Gallego was freed. And Distel had narrowed the angle from Ricardo Gallego. Burcha. The left back is Horvat. Now Vodas. And Burcha, who has a reputation as a goal-scoring midfield player. The first touch was too strong. Stilica. Stilica again. And obstruction on Michel. Camacho then with the free kick, and Santillana, who is such a threat in the air, was making a dart towards the near post. Chongrari. And Sobo, rather fortunately, through the legs of Michel. Maya. And Burcha's done well here, and Videoton have the corner. Maya's gone across to take it. And when he looks into the middle, he'll see Vodas there, Sabo. And Laszlo Distel has come from the back. Novat caused the goalkeeper some discomfort on the near post. Miguel Ángel was not sure. Here's San Jose. Real Madrid on £5,000 per man to win the UEFA Cup. Butragueño. And Laszlo Distel crudely halting San Jose at the very last, or it would have been another penalty. And Butragueño with a quick free kick, headed in by Santillana, who for the second time has the ball in the net. And for the second time it doesn't count, because the referee hadn't signalled for the free kick to be taken. Gallego over the ball, Michel, and Santillana stopped again. It was retrieved from the goal line by Camacho. And Santillana, moving in for the kill, was robbed in the nick of time for Videoton. Michel, there's so much room for Real in midfield. Away by Chuhoy. Burcha. Imre Vardas here was the player who scored the winning penalty against Manchester United. Burcha. Chongradi, it's quite a risk for Videoton to start him in this match. He's had a knee operation since being injured in the away leg against Manchester United. Valdano. No European club have played more European ties than Real Madrid. Videoton absolute novices in this type of competition. But Burcha tests out Miguel Ángel. It was a typical piece of work by Burcha, who at 31 has been around the Hungarian scene for quite some time now and has scored 100 league goals. Valdano, who belies his height with some neat footwork. Chongradi. Videoton quite happy to retain possession and build from the back with Distel. Horvat. Caught by Valdano. Camacho tracking Maya. And with Sobo making tracks towards the far post, hoping the cross would come. Maybe he'll get it now from Horvat. Novat is also in the middle. This is Chongradi. Interception from Michel. And handball given against Chongradi. This competition has rescued what has been a wretched season for Real in domestic competition. Butragueño, Santillana. Gallego's cross. Sanchez. And Gallego took it beautifully. And the deflection of Burcha from Gallego's pass looked for a moment as though it might squeeze inside that left-hand post. Michel has come across to take the corner. Sanchez and Valdano finding that the ball had gone too close to the goalkeeper. And in fact, in reaching, Petar Distel had curled behind for a goal kick. just how special occasions like this are in this particular setting was emphasised by the referee before the game when he openly admitted that he is a Real Madrid fan. Anybody who saw that altogether this for Real, who have used their home leg in this competition to mount a succession of recoveries, notably against Anderlecht in the third round when they were 3-0 down from the away leg and won 6-1 here. And then in the semi-final against Inter Milan in controversial circumstances when a missile was thrown at Bergami, the Inter defender. But UEFA allowed the result to stand, and Real had achieved a comeback from 2 goals down then. Chongradi for Videoton. Laszlo Distel. Shuhoi. Novat. Myers made a run ahead of him. It's quite ironic that Videoton are in the red and blue, the colours of Barcelona, which have haunted Real all season. And that was Chendo just diverting the ball away from Novat. Varas with a throw. But a foul throw. Stilica. He saw space ahead of him and can accelerate here. Butragueño. And Valdano was held. And Real have a free kick. At the halfway mark in the first half. Gallego over the ball. Michel is close at hand. And Michel again hitting it almost too true. And Petar Distel was able to make a comfortable save from Michel, the scorer of the first goal in Sekesh Veheva, which turned this final the way of Real Madrid. Varas. Now Chongradi. And Valdano penalised. Domestically, the upheavals of Real have been immense this season. Not only the coach Amancio losing his job, the president of the club, Luis de Carlos, was forced into resignation. His term of office ends on Friday. Novat. I'll have. Varas got there first, and it was a trailing leg by Miguel Ángel that made the save. Gallego with the free kick. And it's beyond Valdano. And so far on the Real bench, no great cause for celebration. Sanchez, who was just 1 year old when his father was collecting a European Cup winners medal in 1966. Still Sanchez, stopped by Chongrari. Only one player forward ahead of Sobo. It was Meyer on this near side until Burcha tried to make up some lost ground. Gallego and Butragueño has darted in here. Santillana's in the middle, so too is Valdano. And Butragueño almost needed no help. He's a precocious talent. He only made his first team debut some 15 months ago. Already a Spanish international. And he tried to embarrass Videoton here with a cheeky piece of play, which had the goalkeeper committed. Varas. Meyer did well away from Camacho. And it's Novat who was waiting, had there been a slip by Stilica. A corner though for the Hungarians. To be taken by Meyer. And Sobo, after the goalkeeper had missed the cross completely. And you can't neglect Sobo. Miguel Ángel, with just a little gesture there of apology. He completely misjudged the flight of it from Meyer's corner. And Sobo, behind the goalkeeper, headed over. Camacho, the only Real player to have an ever-present record in the league this season, with the side being continually changed. He was the one consistent thread. And he was almost grabbed by the throat by Chuhoy, but the referee saw nothing wrong. And here's Meyer. Sobo joining Novat in the middle, but Meyer running out of room and in the end running out of inspiration. Gallego with Camacho and Santillana will be going to Dublin for the international against the Republic on Sunday. Michel and Santillana was poised had there been confusion between defender and goalkeeper. Chongrari. In the way for Real was Santillana. And Varas, who played the original misplaced pass, one possession back. Burcha. So short of strikers were Videoton in the first leg that Burcha was pushed further forward. Butragueño. No shortage of forward players for Real. Michel. Gallego. Stilica wants to join in. Valdano. West German finding Argentine. Chendo has got past Novat. And it was Stilica who sensed something happening on the cross, but the ball didn't reach him. Meyer. Meyer again, the tackle from Camacho. Foras. And Gallego got away with a spot of obstruction. San Jose. Michel, who's operated in wide position on both flanks in this first half and was pressed into the area by Burcha. And again he gives the ball away, but this time finds Gallego. Burcha. Chongrari, and Veig is free to his right. He used him as a decoy, and Sobo was trying to plough a central furrow. Ferenc Kovac just leaning and pointing, the Videoton coach. Stilica. Certainly that early missed penalty has taken some of the wind from the Real sails. Butragueño seems the greatest threat though. Santillana, and it wouldn't fall for Valdano, and Veig was able to clear his lines. And the hoped-for carnival from Real Madrid hasn't as yet materialised, and credit Videoton for that. They've not just come here to make up the numbers. Their pride is certainly at stake and they're playing for it. Ten minutes remaining in the first half. And Stilica. San Jose has Butragueño to his right. Stilica's gone on through the middle. This is Valdano. Videoton still quite happy to see it all being played in front of them. Stilica, who is such a fine competitor. Michel, and even the acceleration of Butragueño, not enough. Michel in his first season in Spanish League football. And Peter Distel is the current Hungarian first-choice goalkeeper, although their last international ended in defeat at home to Holland. Safe though Hungary are in terms of World Cup qualification. Again, too much asked of Butragueño. Real Madrid arrived in the final by beating Innsbruck, Rijeka, Anderlecht, Spurs of course, and then Inter Milan in the semi-final. Well, won by Valdano. Santillana opted to try and control the header that dropped his way. The guests of honour here, including the president of Spain, Felipe González, and he saw Valdano climb to win a significant header. San Jose, and it's Sobo who'd been back defending. Michel, although Distel has been by far the busier of the two goalkeepers. Real's shooting, keeping the ball within his range. The angle was against Michel there. San Jose, the Real player who is hurt. Sobo, who was injured in the tackle. Like most forwards, it's not the strongest part of his game. San Jose was able to get the ball through to Michel. He's been a good club man. And in fact, Sabo slid into Butragueño after San Jose had already gone down. Michel, as the referee allowed play to go on, stinging the fingers of Distel. Now the referee will restart the game with a drop ball. Between Jendo and Horvat, who steamrolled on beyond Butragueño. And still he goes, and is offside, although it must have been very close. And Stilica, very angry with his teammates. Horvat had the strength and will to set Videoton in motion. Santillana, here's Michel. Almost twisted himself into the ground. Foras. Stilica. He's clearly not happy with Real's first half performance. San Jose. Santillana. And San Jose was obstructed as he went for the return by Horvat, the number 3. Five minutes of the first half remain in the second leg of the 1985 UEFA Cup final. A free kick to Real Madrid. Michel. The goal kick given. Curved delicately round the wall, and they thought it brushed the goalkeeper's fingers. The referee gave the goal kick. And Stilica wanting Miguel Ángel to come. The goalkeeper obliged. Stilica, rumour has it, will leave Real Madrid if they don't offer him the 2-year contract, and Neuchâtel in Switzerland is the favoured club should Uli Stilica move on. Sanchez. Here is Stilica. San Jose trying to use Santillana's reputation and technique in the air. He has scored 40 goals in European competition and is tracking the Real record of 49 by Di Stefano. Stilica, everything ahead of him. But Chendo had checked back to give him another option. Gallego. Chendo again. And it was too high for Santillana. Sobo got it away. And the Videoton top scorer accepting his share of the defensive burden, and it was his tackle. Really epitomising the determination of Videoton. Horvat. Taken from him by Butragueño. Stilica, space for Gallego. Santillana, and Stilica was sensing again that he could be the player in the most likely position to score. The Real sweeper. Valdano. There's been nothing wrong with the mobility and movement off the ball from Real, but their passing has let them down, particularly in the quality of the final pass. Gallego trying to put that right. Valdano, and again, it didn't quite come off. Santillana. Gallego, taken from him by Michel. Videoton really penned back at the moment. Butragueño, and he wanted to just set up San Jose. And it would be tempting to say that Butragueño on that occasion didn't know the way to find San Jose. Laszlo Distel. Stilica. Laszlo Distel in a mighty clash between the two number fours. Well, nothing has happened in the first 45 minutes to suggest that Videoton are capable of rewriting the record books in terms of comebacks in European finals. But they have made life difficult for Real Madrid. And to their credit, have taken some of the celebration out of the atmosphere. Gallego. Stilica for Michel. There were those here who were saying that it wouldn't be easy for the Real players in this particular situation. But surely the answer to that is it's a lot easier for them than it is for Videoton. And metaphorically, Videoton have rolled up their sleeves and buckled down to their task. And they're showing us more of their fighting quality that was clearly in evidence when they put out Manchester United. Varas. And it's Distel, the defender, who was the furthest forward. Gallego. Change from the old Fairs Cup back in 1971. Real Madrid on the verge here of becoming the first Spanish winners since then. And if they do have a target, it could be the biggest ever margin of victory. Both Borussia Mönchengladbach and Gothenburg have won this trophy by 4 clear goals. Real as yet have not added to the 3 by which they led from the first leg. And the feeling is that we are seeing the real Videoton here, as opposed to a very understrength side 2 weeks ago. Sobo here, one of the players who has made the difference, but particularly the influence of Chongradi in midfield. Butragueño. Michel, so hard for Videoton to handle in Sekeshveheva. And Santillana giving the ball away. Maya. 2 ahead of him for Videoton. And Camacho, that most dependable of defenders. Felipe Gonzalez in the centre of the picture. Santillana. Over casual, and it was taken from him by Vague. The present composition of the Real side may suffer in comparisons with the team that took all before it in the 1950s. But in this UEFA Cup, they have put out the 2 previous winners, Anderlecht and Tottenham. Maya. Pinned into the corner by Camacho. Vague. Now possibilities here for Real. Gallego eating up the ground and then landing on it, but no trip by Varas. And the gesture in keeping with the good spirit between these 2 clubs. The tackler helping Gallego to his feet. Valdano. Now Santillana. Gallego joined by Valdano in the middle. Santillana has opened up a gap for himself. He is stronger on his left foot, and I don't think he can blame the boot. And the roar that you're hearing, one of the great favourites here with the fans, if not with the management. Juanito has stepped out of the dugout to warm up. And Palkovic for Videoton, the number 15. So the signs are that both sides will make substitutions early in the second half, and Distel, it looked for a second as though he'd misread the bounce. Shuhoi. Burchar, it was a good touch in the direction of Novat. Camacho. Here's Gallego, who's been all promise and no fulfillment so far in Real's midfield tonight. Carries the ball so beautifully. Stilica. And Santillana for Butragueño. That was real quality between the two front players. Finding much harder to pass here in Madrid. But the dummy from Butragueño, the touch from Santillana was so sure. And Distel had the strength to knock the shot away. The 15 refers to Palkovic, and the 11 to the departing player, Novat. Palkovic played in the first leg. And Palkovic into the action straight away. Gallego. Chongradi. Chuhoy. One back for Real by their captain, and then given away again. And Camacho, there are fewer, more consistent defenders in Europe. Michel. And Valdano, it wasn't a good ball to him from Michel. And Sobo. Burcha. This is Varas. Sobo has made a dart towards the near post and was hoping that Videoton were filling the space behind him. Stilica, who's been a loser so often in the big games, most notably on this ground in the World Cup final 3 years ago in the colours of West Germany. San Jose. And Valdano gets it the second time from Vague. Certainly no complaints about the openness of the play. And you feel that a goal either way would be just what the occasion demands to really live up to the setting, and Gallego tries to provide it. The setting, of course, is absolutely perfect. A high tempo to football. Our commentary position, as we look again at Gallego's shot, is above the famous Real trophy room. Chuhoy. Neither side frightened to urge defenders to go forward to open up the play. Real Madrid have more than 4,500 trophies in their famous museum at the stadium, and certainly they'll have one more after tonight. Chongradi. The substitute Palkovic. Buchar ahead of him. Chongradi infield. Vague. And Maya couldn't control. Gallego. Michel, who along with Butragueño in particular represents Real's future. It didn't come off for the two of them then. Varas. And that's nicely reversed by Maya. Stilica kept on his feet while Varas went down. Gallego. Again, Videoton. And Gallego, it was just a foot or so too low and didn't bypass Chuhoy, which was what Santillana was hoping the ball would do. Butragueño. Michel. And the goalkeeper's lost it this time. Valdano had every right to go in for it. Horvat ended up almost in the back of his own net. It seemed comfortable for Distel. And Juanito, whose turbulent career has been just that again this season, 2 club suspensions. But he will now play his part in this final. Butragueño. 2 forward for Videoton. Palkovic. The third is Burcha. Palkovic again. Sobo waiting in the middle. And he was just trying to squeeze it through, in fact, for Burcha. And before the corner can be taken, the arrival of Juanito as Valdano is called off. Appreciation from the substitute for the substituted player, who will curse, of course, this night for his missed penalty, although it hasn't been costly. And at the same time, Chongrari, who is so short of match practice, understandably, having done well to survive for an hour. And Wittmann, who was Videoton scorer against Manchester United in the second leg, is his replacement. Gallego. And here is Juanito. Michel, and Distel adds to his list of fine saves. Mitchell thwarted, not for the first time tonight. Plenty of force in the shot, and Peter Distel is giving a splendid performance here. Butragueño, everyone was ducking out of the way. Gallego. The 25-year-old goalkeeper is making it personally a night that he will recall for many years to come. Chuhoy. Vague. Horvat. Varas, who's given plenty of width on that left-hand side. Santillana hunting back. Chuhoy. Varas again. And Wittmann might have got in behind Real here. And a cross that stretched the defence in front of Miguel Ángel, and Burcha. Shuhoi, it didn't come right for him, it might for Palkovic. There haven't been many anxious moments in truth for Real, but that was one of them, and Burcha makes their nerves jangle again. Juanito. Putragueño. Santillana got a foot to it. Putragueño. Well, there's not a great deal of support here, as you would imagine, for Videoton, but in the crowd, they have been allowed to bring their wives here from Hungary, and maybe they're on their feet now, sensing an opening that was denied them by Stilica, as Wittmann played in what looked like a meaningful cross. San Jose. Juanito. It's a Videoton free kick. Maier has been out for 2 months with hamstring trouble. An injury caused when he was training with the Hungarian national squad. Stilica. San Jose tripped by an apologetic Sobo. You just wonder what might have been had Videoton been at full strength for the first leg. They've shown so much more resilience. Gallego. Juanito never frightened to take defenders on, but it's a goal kick. Laszlo Distel for Burcha. And Videoton find themselves with 7 players in the Real half. Burcha, but Stilica reminding those who have to make decisions about his future here with Real of his importance to the side. At the moment, it seems that the present coach, Luis Malovny, who took over from Amancio, will keep the job. But the new Real Madrid regime does come into force as from Friday, and who knows what changes of heart that might bring. Gallego. A few weeks ago, there was much talk in these parts that Real will be looking for an English coach following the success of Terry Venables with Barcelona. And Barcelona, under Venables, have been a thorn in the Real side from the moment that they came here on the opening day of the Spanish season and won 3-0. Varas. Taken on the body by Chendo. Stilica. San Jose, who wouldn't be rated amongst Real's most creative players, as I'm afraid that showed. Burcha. And this is Vadas. Palkovic and Sobo waiting for the cross. And that was taken with great ambition from a good 30 yards by Wittmann. Well, there's no doubt from their attitude that Videoton would love to mark their first visit to this stadium by getting a goal. Their league record in Hungary is against them, although they're in second place in the Hungarian First Division. They've only managed 9 away goals in the league all season. A season that incidentally has 5 matches still to run. The Spanish season is over, of course, with Barcelona champions, and Real down in 5th place. Disastrous by the standard set in the Bernabeu Stadium. Stilica, taken from him. Michel, that was nicely done. Well, Distel has been hard to beat from closer range than that. Laszlo Distel, Chuhoy. And Vaya looking weary, and he has every right to do so because of his injury problems recently. Gallego, taken from him by Horvat. San Jose. Michel with a turn, lost 2. Covering players, Butragueño, and it needed the intervention of the goalkeeper. Just when things go quiet, Emilio Butragueño has the presence of mind and the ability to go with it, to lift the mood again. Santillana. Burcha. And San Jose doing what he does best. The defensive side of midfield play. Camacho. Juanito. And this time it's Horvat. There's been an organisation and a discipline about the Videoton defending, which has been impressive and frustrating for Real Madrid. Burcha. And Santillana with an almost arrogant flick away. Arrogance too from Butragueño. They've been brought up on skillful football in the Bernabeu, and it nearly had an end product too. Of course, there's a relaxed feel about Real's football in the position that they find themselves in this second leg. And if at times it's removed some of the edge and real hunger from their play, then it's understandable. Chuhoy. Maya got a foot in, and the second time. This is Vadas. And Gallego, for once, back in his own penalty area, and in danger of losing possession. He was fouled in the end by Sobo. The proceedings have all been very polite. But this season, the Bernabeu Stadium has not been a stronghold for Real Madrid. They've lost 5 league games here. San Jose. Butragueño. And that was so close to finding Michel, who would have been clean in right in front of goal. Burcha. Wittmann, who has no inhibitions about striking for goal. Manchester United will have cause to remember him. It was his goal that levelled the aggregate scores in Sekeshveheba, and then that penalty shootout when Mark Hughes missed at the vital stage, and Vodos converted the penalty that put Manchester United out. San Jose. Chendo. Juanito has gone to the near post, and Gallego's cross cleared with some difficulty. Well, Real still looking to break through from free play. Can they create something from a set-piece throw? The little brothers combining. "17 minutes remain, and in theory, if Videoton were to score 3 times, we would have extra time. But here's Butragueño looking to make that dream an impossible one. Santillana couldn't touch it in at the near post. Maybe he can now. Maybe Stilica can. A second time. There's been no shortage of strikes at goal. They've come towards Distel from all quarters, really. The goalkeeper blocked from Butragueño. The referee may penalise Vague for sliding in with both feet, stud showing. Free kick quickly taken. Juanito. The interception was by Wittmann, and here's the other substitute, Palkovic. Maya. And it struck San Jose. Miguel Angel perhaps grateful for the work. And he, above all, will appreciate, I'm sure, Real's success here. The 37-year-old goalkeeper who's had to live with comparisons with the great days. Butragueño, Santillana's offside. No goal, no goal. It's the third time that Santillana has had a goal ruled out in this match. It was very close, but my impression was that the linesman was right to flag. Camacho. Here's Sobo leading a counter-attack. Maier. And Sobo. And again, the flag is up. And again, my impression, despite Sobo's protest, was that the linesman was absolutely right. He was well ahead of Stilica, who was leading the appeals. So another case of what might have been. Sobo, who scored 4 goals in the first leg of the third round against Partizan Belgrade, when Videoton had their biggest ever European win, a 5-0 success. Biggest ever is perhaps, although technically correct saying too much, this is only their 22nd match in Europe. They're absolute novices in terms of comparisons with Real's experience. And Luis Malofny on the left of the picture, who will be 60 on Saturday. He's going to have a birthday party with a trophy. Horvat being spoken to by a referee, who incidentally gets a match fee of just £50 for his appearance in this final. Palkovic. Vodas. Maier. I think it might have been mishit, but it very nearly found Wittmann. He was trying to curl the ball to Wittmann's feet. But there are some weary Videoton players out there. They've given absolutely everything to remind the world of European football that they do have quality. But here's Juanito, whose strengths are well documented. Juanito. You do feel for the Real supporters and hope that they have a goal in the 11 minutes that remain to mark what is inevitably going to be a UEFA Cup triumph for Real Madrid. Stilica. San Jose gets out of his way. Gallego, well, should have been stopped initially, but another chance goes a-begging. In truth, he was fortunate to get beyond Vodas on the edge of the area, and then Chuhoy as well, and then the final effort skimmed across the face of the goal. Sanchez with the header. Wittmann. On from Maier. Camacho across. And through the most extravagant of dummies that was bought by Vodas. Juanito. And the Videoton marking, perhaps undone by Santillana's pass for Michel. It's a corner. Real have found it so difficult to work their passage going forward against a defence that has come here quite clearly in determined vein. And a poor corner from Juanito. Michel finds Juanito. Can he do better this time? The applause is directed to Michel. That was a pass that freed Juanito, and the little check onto the right foot was followed by a slice shot. Well, Videoton's courage has been so much in evidence that it would be churlish perhaps to deny them their glory of obtaining the draw here, where of course Tottenham were able to hold Real goalless in the quarter-final, having lost though at White Hart Lane through that unfortunate own goal from Steve Perryman. Borja. That was a weary effort, and Juanito for Santillana to chase, and Laszlo Distel has played almost as impressively as his brother, the goalkeeper. Michel. Santillana for Butragueño. It was an excellent header. The ball was bearing away from him, but Santillana, it's his stock in trade really, to divert the ball at goal or down for supporting players with his head. And had Butragueño not checked, perhaps he had to stay onside, it might have reached him. Palkovic. Stilica over casual with the header. Palkovic again. Juanito. And Gallego for Butragueño. Stilica to his left. It reached him off a defender. Butragueño was in fact looking for Santillana. Michel. And 7 players back for Videoton, not counting the goalkeeper. That's what Real have been confronted with here. And Borja will use up a little bit of time. The UEFA Cup will go to Real Madrid, but there will be a measure of satisfaction for Peter Distel and his comrades. Juanito. And the mistake, and there have been few of them from Vague. Butragueño. Santillana let it run. Gallego. San Jose. They had numbers to spare, and perhaps from the Real point of view, San Jose, not renowned for goal-scoring exploits, was the wrong man left over. in some ways, tonight has been typical of Real's season. Palkovic. Burcha. Here's Maya. Wittmann is outside him, and he's well found. Maya's shot. Goal! And Videoton certainly deserve it. It comes from Maya. It comes with just 3 minutes remaining. And Ferenc Kovac will know that it's not enough, but he and his players have played with such pride here. They still went forward with optimism, Videoton. And the ball broke off Sanchez, in fact. Miguel Angel may have been unsighted, and Maya's shot sped past him. Wittmann had the original cross, and again one wonders what might have happened in Hungary had Videoton had their full complement of players, but Butragueño still no way through. So Videoton lead 1-0 here. They trail 3-1, of course, on aggregate. The flag has stayed down, and that one does count. And now the party will begin. Or does it? The flag seemed to go up late. And those who thought of Fiesta sit back in their seats. Certainly it was a very close run thing. Watch Butragueño set off, and he looked onside to me. The finish was superb. It didn't count, but to my mind it should have done. And Butragueño, the latest Real player to be frustrated by the linesman's flag. And a smoke bomb has been thrown onto the pitch, landing in the goal area around Distel. Well, it will still be Real Madrid's night. But Videoton, combined with the officials, have stolen some of their thunder. Butragueño. Burcha. And Palkovic had lost the ball when he went down, but there was contact by Camacho. Well, it's just too impossible for words. 2 goals in the minute or so that remains that would send us into extra time. Burcha and Sobo unable to collect. Miguel Angel in no hurry to keep the game going. It's all over. A European triumph has returned to Real Madrid after a 19-year absence, but not quite in the way they planned. Videoton, always in a losing cause overall, put up a simply magnificent fight to win this second leg, as indeed their coach Ferenc Kovács said before the game that they were so determined to do, by the one goal from Maya.